everybody. Welcome back again to Austin Sports Weekend with Austin, the man here himself. It is NFL football time. We are
A lot of stuff happened. Some of it was very bad, I would admit.
We just finished up Week 15. Both of our teams.
And it was...
Struggled.
You think struggled?
We'll say struggled. But let's go ahead and talk about the Thursday night game first. What we have on Thursday.
The Falcons and the Buccaneers. This was such a frustrating loss for Tampa Bay that Todd Bowles cursed his team out in the post-game presser.
They gave up a 4th and 28. They gave up 29 yards.
Is that worthy of getting yelled at with an F-bomb parade, though?
No, I have nothing worthy of that. Your coach needs to be better than that. But your defense needs to be better than that, too.
I mean, he was hot. He was mad.
His post-game conference was bleep filled, let's just say that. And it sounded like a SpongeBob episode.
Like the Sailor Mouth?
The Sailor Mouth. It did sound like the Sailor Mouth SpongeBob episode.
But he gave up a 4th and 28. Of course, I would be angry.
And then a 48-yard field goal to lose the game.
To the Falcons.
At home.
Tampa Bay get it together, though? They seem to be unraveling.
They've lost 4 out of 5 now, I think.
They've unraveled here.
Mm-hmm. They have unraveled here. All right. Speaking of...
Give me that show.
You're gonna have a show. I want it back just right after you talk, though. We had the Panthers at the Saints.
Why do you get swept by New Orleans?
The Saints have 4 wins.
And 2 of them are against my Panthers.
How can you get swept? I don't know. How can you get swept by the Saints?
Well, especially when you have a 10-point lead.
Especially when the Buccaneers lost on Thursday. So you're looking at the sole lead in the division.
You have a 10-point lead, and you crap it away. You got
outscored 13-0 in the fourth quarter.
Dave Canales should be questioned heavily for that game plan.
Mm-hmm. I think he might have went into a little bit of a turtle shell there when he got up 10 points.
I hate saying this word, but any team that does that is gutless. Mm-hmm. I hate saying that word.
You got to keep your foot on the pedal. You can't worry about making mistakes.
I already made another painful condo down there. It's named Kellen Moore after Kellen Moore.
The positive is you still are tied with the Bucs to the lead of the division, and 2 of the next 3 games
are against Tampa,
So all you have to do is win those games.
3 things have to happen. One of them is winning the game. The other is getting David Tepper out of the freaking way. Mm-hmm. 3 is having Dave Canales help his team out with better game plans.
Finish games stronger. If you're up 10 points against the Saints, you shouldn't lose. Now we'll jump over into mine's way worse than yours. The Cowboys lost at home to
the Vikings. They're back in mid territory where they're known for 30
I told
years.
you, man, we are going to be 8-1 or 7-9-1.
Jerry boy.
Get a mediocre draft pick because you're a mediocre team, and then have a mediocre offseason, a mediocre draft. And then next year, guess what? We're going to be
8-1.
Mediocre. I love the Cowboys. They're my favorite team ever. I grew up with the Cowboys. Grew up with Staubach, Dorsett, Pearson, the whole 9 yards. Ed Too Tall Jones. Jerry Jones is an idiot. I'm over our owner.
But do you know who's also an idiot?
No, he's a moron. Roger Goodell's a moron. He couldn't. I don't know. If it was raining gold bricks, he'd reach up and catch a rock. He is an idiot. He's a moron.
Oh, boy. Just wait until Roger Goodell gets another 10-year extension.
Well, it'll be the beginning of the end of the NFL if he gets another extension.
Okay.
All right. Really good game. We had the Bills.
And the Patriots. Patriots started off red hot.
They were just hammering them.
And then they cooled off significantly in the snow.
Yeah.
And do you know who benefits in the snow normally?
The Buffalo.
They love the snow.
You know who played in the snow in his college games?
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And he loves playing in the snow. I bet you he loves to play in the snow.
He was the quarterback for Wyoming in college.
And he got his jersey retired over in Wyoming this year.
So, honestly, I thought they were dead. I thought the Bills were dead and
then
gone.
The rally hats came out.
And then the rally hats came out, a turnover or 2, and all of a sudden...
You look up, it's like 21, he's like, oh, it's over. And it's like 14 is like,
wait a minute.
and then you go up to 7, it's like, what the heck is going on?
And then all of a sudden,
And it was like, now they're leading?
yeah. How did the Bills get the lead?
This is actually a very important result for later on. There was a scenario here
Yeah.
that if the Bills beat the Patriots, that's the first step in a 4-step process that would lead to the Chiefs missing the playoffs.
What was number 2?
The Jets and the Jaguars. If the Jaguars beat the Jets, which they ended up doing by a very large amount, 48-20.
That was a
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Al, for that.
Yeah.
But that was the second scenario. The third one is the Chiefs game itself.
The Chiefs had to lose.
And they did, because Nagy's a moron.
Yeah.
But the more devastating thing happened in this game that was really...
We'll talk about. Let's go ahead and cover the games as we get down to that, and we'll go over them. We have let's go ahead and cover the Ravens Bengals.
That was a lifeless showing by the Bengals.
Yeah,
0
Burrow
points.
doesn't look like he wants to play football anymore. I don't know, man.
I mean, he said it sucked the energy and life out of this team. This team has sucked the energy and life out.
Well, maybe if he could stay healthy for 3 days, the team might gel around him. I'm not going to jump on his side because he hasn't been there.
But
If you're there 3 days, then you're not going to come in and win the Super Bowl.
But also, I'm not going to leave off the ownership either.
No.
Because they didn't give him
Give him an offensive line. Protect his life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a two-way street there, but don't be a diva, Burrow. Please don't be a diva.
And now the Texans and the Cardinals, this was the fourth scenario. The fourth end of the scenario.
So this is the fourth end of the scenario.
And the Texans beat up on the Cardinals. The Cardinals were really bad.
So all 4 things that needed to happen to get the Chiefs out of the playoffs for the first time in Patrick Mahomes' career happened. And that the worst thing
is that Patrick Mahomes' ACL was torn.
ACL and LCL.
And LCL. It was a
It's
very
torn.
devastating and heartbreaking injury to witness.
So Mahomes is injured now, will have surgery, will be out the remainder of the season
God bless
and
him,
the
and
offseason.
I pray for him.
Yeah. We pray that everything worked good and he can get back in. But that just shows you how bad of an offensive coordinator Nagy is. To take that team and in 4 years they went from the Super Bowl to not in the playoffs.
Nagy is a nag.
He is terrible.
If
They don't get rid of him as offensive coordinator, it's never going to get better.
I'm not going to blame Nagy for the injury. That's definitely not in my characteristics. That's definitely not.
I will.
You are?
Because the reason he got injured because he was running for his life. Because the play calls sucked.
You're going to
He
blame
was running for his life outside the pocket, and he got tackled from behind.
Because
The play call sucked.
The play call was terrible.
Now, again, I'm not going to blame him for getting injured. That's just a football play. But
Nagy is blamed for the terrible play. But remember, Andy Reid's the problem. That's what some of these Chief fans say. That Andy Reid is the problem.
Who's got
the logical Chief fans
Who's
say
got the play sheet in the hand?
Matt Nagy.
Okay, so who's calling the play?
The nag.
Okay, then whose fault is it?
The nag.
It's not.
I mean,
Andy Reid's fault.
The smart Chief fans are actually saying Nagy needs to go now. I've shown you plenty
Bring
of Twitter
a coordinator
stuff.
out that can actually put together a good, solid game plan for the players that's on the field.
And
it's not Matt Nagy.
And if the Matt Nagy to Tennessee rumors are true,
I'm sorry, Titans, if it is. I'm so sorry.
Why are the rumors going out there when the offense is struggling so badly?
You go to the Chicago Bears, and you're so bad they fire you halfway through the season.
And you take Patrick Mahomes.
And then you go to the Chiefs, and you take Patrick Mahomes from the Super Bowl to not even in the playoffs in 4 years. So you know what that deserves? That deserves another shot at head coach, John. How stupid can you be?
Ask Andy Adams.
To give that person
a nag?
A head coaching position.
I don't want to hear all that nagging as a head coach.
How bad do you have to be before somebody says, he sucks?
It took Nathaniel Hackett 3 tries, and apparently it's taken Nagy 4 tries.
I guess 4 strikes you're out. I don't know.
Ask Amy Adams why she wants Matt Nagy.
Because she's horrible at running the Titans. We've sort of figured that out here in the past few years too.
So you're blaming Matt Nagy for the play call that ended up with Mahomes tearing his ACL.
He was running for his... Was he not running for his life?
He was running for his life.
Okay, that's all I got to say.
The Browns beat up... the Bears beat up on the Browns. Let's talk about the Chicago Bears. What a nice attachment.
Yeah, the Bears have been a surprise this year. They won a lot of close games, so I don't have a ton of confidence.
This game was actually a blowout, so
yeah.
They won by 28, so it was a solid win for Chicago.
The Browns
are terrible. They need to flush everything.
Shedeur is looking okay. They're just not... I mean, he's throwing for 350 yards, but they're not putting any points on the board. So I don't know if it's empty yards or...
I think maybe the head coach, Kevin Stefanski, might need to whoop, and the GM who brought... Especially the GM needs to go...
Yeah.
He brought in Deshaun Watson to this whole thing.
And Deshaun Watson, I think, is almost ready to come back. To what?
To what?
I don't know.
But the Bears do have one element that's big. The running game. They have the second best running game in the NFL, the second most yards rushing. And guess who's their running game coordinator? Eric Bieniemy.
Oh, you mean the coordinator that took the Chiefs to super heights of stardom and Super Bowl wins.
And high-flying offenses that actually were high-flying offenses.
Yeah.
But we'll stop nagging about Nagy for now. But
we got the Commanders at the Giants in the Who Gives a Crap Bowl.
The Commanders got to win because the Giants have not won a game in the last 11 tries. They're pitiful
they
right
are
now.
terrible, yeah.
Speaking of pitiful, the Raiders and the Eagles. The Raiders stink.
31-2.
Nothing.
Didn't score a point.
They didn't even get to 100. They only had 75 yards of offense. That's how bad it was.
Man, 75 yards.
That is rancidly bad.
Man,
I don't know if
you had 7 possessions, then you averaged 10 yards of possession.
They didn't even get to 80 yards of offense.
That's bad. That is bad.
I don't know if Pete Carroll's going to make it through the season with how bad they are.
I don't know. They had to give up a lot of talent whenever he came in. I'm going to give him a couple years because he is a good coach. We had the Colts, Seahawks.
Phillip Rivers made the start.
He looked good.
He looked good for his spurts, too.
For an old man, he looked pretty good. I was actually rooting. I'm not a Colts fan. I was a Colts fan when Peyton Manning was there. Not a super big Colts fan now because they turned their back on Manning and kicked him to the curb. But,
and then they messed up Andrew Luck's
development. And then they killed Andrew Luck by never putting talent around him. But I was rooting for the Colts to win that game. I was.
Phillip Rivers had moments where it looked like his old self.
Mm-hmm.
Flinging the ball around like the old gunslinger.
Yep.
Being in the pocket, stepping up in the pocket.
And then they lost 18-16 in a last-minute field goal. So they played enough. They played good enough to win the game. The defense just couldn't stop Seattle at the end.
Yep. Well, Seattle's got a very solid foundation.
They are. Sam Darnold's looking pretty good for them right now. We got the Packers-Broncos.
This was a very devastating loss for the Packers, not just on the win-loss total, but on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Micah Parsons tearing his ACL will make a huge impact.
Yeah, he is out. Their number one defensive player that they picked up from Dallas because Dallas didn't need the talent.
And Jerry Boyd didn't want Micah.
Idiot. Yeah, they lost him for the season. He tore his ACL. The same.
That's going to be a devastating negative impact for the Packers' defense.
Yeah. Especially with the game coming up this week, which we'll talk about later. There's a big game coming up.
Let's talk about the Broncos.
Hey, the Broncos scored some points this week. How about that?
They scored 34 points. If they could score like this with the defense, I would trust them.
They'll win the Super Bowl if they could score that many points every game. Because there's nobody going to go in there and beat them.
But speaking of nobody going in there, how about San Francisco this year?
Again, they've got 4 people out of the crowd. The popcorn guy, the bathroom attendant is on the team, and they're winning.
They're 10-4 with Fred Warner out for the season, Nick Bosa out. Those are huge names.
Yeah.
And then they're coming out here with 10 wins. They're on the way to the playoffs.
You got Kittle, C-Mac, and now Jennings. Those three
are healthy now.
And Purdy is healthy
now. So that could help the Niners if they were dangerous wild card.
I would not want to play the 49ers going down the stretch.
Plus, Robert Saleh is back as the defensive mastermind. So he's
that
probably
took them to the Super Bowl.
And he's helping knit that injury-riddled crew together.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Shanahan's coach of the year.
He is.
He's coach of the year.
By far.
Taking this squad to a 10-4, bound to be a playoff team, that's coach of the year quality.
That is definitely coach of the year quality.
The Titans just suck.
Another candidate for coach of the year.
The Rams and the Lions. The Rams, they did lose Devontae Adams during this game, so that'll be something to monitor.
Well, but how long is he going to be out for?
Not sure.
I'm not sure. I don't think it was
a hamstring injury.
Yeah. So he'll probably be out for a week or so. But they needed this win against the Lions.
And the Rams are now neck deep into the race for the 1 seed.
They are, and they've got a big game coming up this week.
And Sean McVay is a very good offensive.
Sean McVay is a great coach too. He's a great coach too. I think Shanahan and McVay may be the best 2 coaches
They've went to
in
2
the
Super
NFC
Bowls.
right now.
They went to 2 Super Bowls, so you can't argue with that.
Can't argue with that. And then our Monday night game, we just finished up, had the Dolphins
going on the road. Their season probably ended here against Pittsburgh.
The Dolphins can't go play in sub 30-degree temperature and win. I think, what are they, like 0-44 or something?
Yeah, they can't win in the cold.
It's just super hard for them to go win in the cold. They don't practice in the cold. They don't play in the cold. They get up there and just...
Maybe it would help them if they practiced in the fridge.
If I was their team, as soon as I knew I was going to the cold, I would leave on Monday and I would go up and practice the entire week in the cold that I was going to play. But I don't know if you could actually do that. I don't know how they do that or anything, but they're just not that good in the cold. And the Steelers...
Got much needed wins.
Old man Rodgers!
Off of his rocking chair.
They're starting to look healthy too. So I don't know.
They just need to keep the consistency.
I don't know if I'd want to play the Steelers right now either. The Steelers and the 49ers are both one of those teams that could kill you. All right, let's jump into this week coming up. Who we got coming?
The Rams and the Seahawks on Thursday night, determining the division lead.
Told you we had some big ones. With Devontae Adams out, Devontae Adams is the league-leading touchdown.
So Nakua will have to carry the weight.
Yeah.
But Jackson Smith-Njigba on the other side is a Seattle historic receiving season right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
it basically comes down to who do you trust more, Sam Darnold or Matthew Stafford?
Ultimately determines on who scores the most.
That's it. I'm going to lean towards the Rams. I think the Rams are a little bit better of a team. Not by a ton again. I think it might be another field goal game, but I've got the Rams.
The Eagles and the Commanders, they're sitting out Jaden Daniels. That's what I would do for the rest of the season, get him healthy.
The Eagles by 10.
Yeah, probably.
Easily. Now, here's the other one. The other big game we were talking about. These are Saturday games, by the way. We got Saturday NFL football.
And the Packers go to Chicago, and that is a classic rivalry, the oldest in the NFL.
Yeah.
But without Micah Parsons, that'll be tougher for Green Bay to go into Chicago and win.
I think this one definitely comes down. This one may be a final possession game.
Let's give the Bears some hope here because they've got a 10-4 season going on. So
the Packers have They got a
9-4.
They got a 9-4 in one season. So basically, they got a 10-win season too because they should have beat the Cowboys. They just
flubbed it at
the end there. So basically, we got 2 10-4 teams, but we are in Chicago. But the Bears struggle a little bit against the Packers historically, don't they?
A little bit. They're probably the most. They probably have the most wins against the Packers, but they have the most losses against the Packers too. So ultimately, who shows up here is the best one.
Who do you think is going to take this one? I'm sort of 50-50 on it.
The Packers won the last game, so there's an assumption the Bears would win this one, but it's up to human preference.
I'm still probably leaning towards the Packers a little bit, just because I trust
Matt LaFleur over
Ben Johnson a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Now, this one is going to be pretty easy to decide. The Chargers and the Cowboys.
The Chargers by 52. I'm over the Cowboys, dude. Right now, I want a better draft pick, so I hope we lose. Go, Chargers, go.
Go Bolts.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers and the Panthers, a huge game.
Ooh, Buccaneers, Panthers.
Teams have been... The Buccaneers have been sliding, but the Panthers are very inconsistent.
We are in Charlotte.
You never know.
Panthers coming off of a loss at home.
You never know.
Again, I'm going to have the Panthers by the proverbial field goal.
Proverbial field goal?
Yeah, there might be some scoring in this one. I've got like a 24-21 is what I've got going on Panthers here.
The Jets and the Saints, I'll probably give it to New Orleans here.
I'll probably give it to New Orleans. New Orleans has been playing better. That new quarterback they got, what's his name?
Tyler Show.
Shuck. Show me. This is the show me game. So honestly he's actually been looking pretty good the last 4 or 5 games that he's played there. So I got the Saints.
The Bills at the Browns. This should be a tune-up game for Buffalo.
10 to 15 point game, to be honest.
The Cleveland Browns might need to lose this game here, if I'm being honest.
Just to get a better draft pick again.
I mean, you get great draft position if you're in the top 5.
You're not going to make it anywhere this season, so leave Shadur in, see what he can do till the end of the season, and shoot for that draft pick. The Bills should win again by 10 to, I'm thinking 13 points, so I got.
We got the Chiefs against the Titans, the first time without Patrick Mahomes in a very long time. But unfortunately, Matt Nagy is still the offensive coordinator.
You got Gardner Minshew coming in. He's not a bad backup. He's not played in a long time, but he's had a full week of snaps this week.
But I think even Matt Nagy would be able to defeat the Titans here. You would think.
Because the Titans are that bad. So,
I've got a Titans ornament hanging in my toilet for how bad they are.
Yeah, and when they get better, we might move them to the outside of the door. Vikings, Giants. Vikings,
Give me the
guess.
Vikings here because the Giants are just anything but Giants.
Yeah, and then we got another Bengals, Dolphins.
The Bengals are just playing for pride.
It's at the Dolphins. I'll probably pick the Dolphins just because it's at the Dolphins. So we'll just have to see.
Another big game, the Jaguars at the Broncos.
Who would have said at the first of the year that this is for
Playoff
positioning? The Jaguars and the Broncos.
You never know.
You never know. I'm picking the Broncos just because it is at the Broncos.
And it's Mile High is historically hard.
Again, I think it's a 3.5 point game, but I got the Broncos.
The Falcons and the Cardinals, it's a whatever game.
Whatever game.
The ones that go into the playoffs.
I will probably pick the road team here. I'm probably going to pick the Falcons just because they have been, again, playing better. And the Cardinals have been getting worse each week. And the Falcons are up and down. So I'll give it to the Falcons.
The Steelers and the Lions. The Lions desperately need this.
Steelers, Lions.
The Lions desperately need it. The Steelers need it to keep the Ravens off their tail in the AFC North. So
the Lions are coming off of a loss at home.
On the road to the Rams, so they would need this game.
I would probably pick the Lions just because they're at home in desperation mode.
To get into better playoff position?
Yeah, so I would probably take the Lions, but it's going to be a close game. That's probably another 3-point game.
The Raiders and the Texans. This might be the only game this year where an opponent does not get past midfield.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Texans.
Because the Raiders can't get past midfield.
They can't get midfield, yeah.
We might have to track if they ever get past midfield in this game.
Yeah, because the Texans' defense is good. The Raiders, if they had 75 yards last week, it may be 55 yards this week.
This offense needs serious tuning.
Serious tuning. All right, we got the Patriots-Ravens, huge game.
The Patriots are coming off a loss, so you would assume the Patriots would get it together.
And the Ravens have been struggling.
They're up and down.
They've got Derrick Henry, and they don't use him. I'm still trying to figure out why they don't run the ball more.
They ran him more last week, and they won by 24.
What a shocker.
Now, Harbaugh.
They are at home, but I think the Patriots are good enough to win on the road, so I'm probably going to lean Patriots there. 49ers, Colts.
Monday Night Football.
Ooh, 49ers, Colts. Do you
the
take
Niners need it, and the Colts need it. Give me San Francisco.
I'll probably take the San Francisco just because they can take any way they want to and win with them.
Because Kyle Shanahan's is having a coaching out of his mind right now.
Coaching out of his mind. So I got the 49ers there. Hey, that is the NFL for Week 15 and Week 16.
That was a lot.
That was odd. We got more coming up because we're getting down to the playoff stretch here. So be sure and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share us with your friends, talk about other football out there too.
Don't be a nag this Christmas.
Christmas is coming up next week. Merry early Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, and we'll see you
next week.